Halloween. We'll wake the dead and make the suburbs scream. We can be whoever we want to be. This night can only get better. Let's stay up late watching horror movies. Just remember Freddy's only in dreams. Stay close and we can both avoid the creeps. This night is only getting better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin smile while we're there together. Just make a promise that you'll never break. If I be your Alice, you'll be my Mad Hatter.
Candy corn and witchy treats. I'll trade your Kit Kat for receipts. You give me the sugar rush of my dreams. My tooth is only getting sweeter. I've got a Dracula cake for you and me to lay on the roof and watch the moon rising. As the bats screech above us and the wolves howl out, we'll know this night can't get any better. You'll never break. Come and dance with me this Halloween. We'll wake the dead and make the suburbs scream. We can be whoever we want to be. This night can only get better. Let's stay up late watching horror movies. Just remember Freddy's only in dreams. Stay close and we can both avoid the creeps. This night is only getting better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin smile while we're there together. Just make a promise that you'll never break. If I be your Alice, you'll be my Mad Hatter.
Candy corn and witchy treats. I'll trade your Kit Kat for receipts. You give me the sugar rush of my dreams. My tooth is only getting sweeter. I've got a Dracula cake for you and me to lay on the roof and watch the moon rising. As the bats screech above us and the wolves howl out, we'll know this night can't get any better. You'll never break. Come and dance with me this Halloween. We'll wake the dead and make the suburbs scream. We can be whoever we want to be. This night can only get better. Let's stay up late watching horror movies. Just remember Freddy's only in dreams. Stay close and we can both avoid the creeps. This night is only getting better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin smile while we're there together. Just make a promise that you'll never break. If I be your Alice, you'll be my Mad Hatter.
Candy corn and witchy treats. I'll trade your Kit Kat for receipts. You give me sugar rush of my dreams. My tooth is only getting sweeter. I've got a Dracula cape for you and me to lay on the roof and watch the moon rising. As the bats screech above us and the wolves howl out, we'll know this night can't get any better. That you'll never break. Come and dance with me this Halloween. We'll wake the dead and make the suburbs scream. We can be whoever we want to be. This night can only get better. Let's stay up late watching horror movies. Just remember Freddy's only in dreams. Stay close and we can both avoid the creeps. This night is only getting better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin smile while we're near together. Just make a promise that you'll never break. If I'm your Alice, you'll be my Mad Hatter.
Candy corn and witchy treats. I'll trade your Kit Kat for receipt. You give me the sugar rush of my dreams. My tooth is only getting sweeter. I've got a Dracula cape for you and me to lay on the roof and watch the moon rising. As the bats screech above us and the wolves howl out, we'll know this night can't get any better. That you'll never break. Come and dance with me this Halloween. We'll wake the dead and make the suburbs scream. We can be whoever we want to be. This night can only get better. Let's stay up late watching horror movies. Just remember Freddy's only in dreams. Stay close and we can both avoid the creeps. This night is only getting better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin smile while we're near together. Just make a promise that you'll never break. If I'm your Alice, you'll be my Mad Hatter.
Candy corn and witchy treats. I'll trade your Kit Kat for receipt. You give me the sugar rush of my dreams. My tooth is only getting sweeter. I've got a Dracula cape for you and me to lay on the roof and watch the moon rising. As the bats screech above us and the wolves howl out, we'll know this night can't get any better. suburbs scream. We can be whoever we want to be. This night can only get better. Let's stay up late watching horror movies. Just remember Freddy's only in dreams. Stay close and we can both avoid the creeps. This night is only getting better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin soil, blowing it together. Just make a promise that you'll never break. If I'm your Alice and we live in heaven.
Candy corn and witchy trees. I'll trade your Kit Kat for receipt. You give me the sugar rush of my dreams. My tooth is only getting sweeter. I've got a Dracula key for you and me to lay on the roof and watch the moon rising. As the bats screech above us and the wolves howl out, we'll know this night can't get any better.
Can we make this last forever? Pumpkin soil, blowing it together. They say nothing can last forever. We'll prove them wrong, their words will be.
There it goes. It's backwards over here on my laptop now.
What? He's over here going, "Are you ready?" I was like, "No, I'm still doing this," and then he goes and just does it.
Titties out.
Gosh,
No use in even asking.
Why'd you ask? You ready? No. Okay, let's go.
All right. All right. Well, speaking of that, let's just go ahead and get it started.
Oh, okay.
I got the intro. I got everything fixed. I got the
Yay!
intro made with 5 minutes to spare on CapCut.
Wow.
Before everything went.
CapCut is gone. Luckily,
Gone.
though, just to let everyone know,
That's the thing I'm most pissed off about. But yes.
if you need your video made, you have to know the other apps and video editors, because that's what we do. We don't Filmora and everything else.
That's
And
the stuff we do.
if you pay us,
We
we
might
will
actually
make
have a
your stuff
market
for you.
now.
If you pay us, we will come.
Yep.
There. Show
Yeah,
up.
especially on our OnlyFans. If you pay us, we will come. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys.
You opened the box. I came.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. I can do this. Here we go. I got it. There. My laptop is lagging.
I like that new intro.
Isn't
was-
it cool?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
Guys, we can do that on other video editors. You just got to pay us.
Well, there's a market now. Yay. Profit.
We are here to fill the void.
Yep.
I mean, look, we'll even film you while you dance.
Capitalism, baby.
We will even film you while you dance and put it to a quirky song. Just
Yep.
for you.
I will film your OnlyFans videos for you. I'm just letting you know. And I can edit them on other stuff.
Oh shit.
All right, welcome guys. I'm Hex's Daemon. This is Akia Daemon. And as Mother Neil Mort, and today we are finally covering aliens. I don't think we have covered aliens.
Aliens.
Like
Aliens.
We did once, but it was a very, very like short episode
Yeah.
that aired on our previous page.
Yes.
previous Leon.
Previous Leon.
Previous Leon.
Yeah, that was our old page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like oh, I remember that with the skunt.
No.
Oh no, that was
No, we did a different thing.
that
with
was
that, with that thing.
what
No,
was,
it was with-
that was Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, we
Can you move the mouse off the comments?
sure.
I can read it better over there.
No, we had
Oh,
Mikey.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I think we covered that a little bit with the babushka too. We kind of got into it just a little bit.
bit.
Time travel and all that kind of stuff. But yes, today we're dedicated this specifically for aliens. Woo.
Aliens.
Roswell.
Oh, you know what I never saved?
You never saved my heart. I don't know.
No, I'm grabbing a video or a picture that I sent you.
Well, oh, the
Why is it so small?
I've heard that so many
Would you
times.
stop?
I gotta be self-deprecating.
Why? Okay, okay. Ready?
And
Wait. How do you move it forward?
there you go.
I'm not saying it's PBDC, but
It's
It's
PBDC.
PBDC.
Can we keep that as the background?
I think we can actually.
Wait a minute, I'll do it. If you want, we can go ahead and get everything started.
Okay.
No, if
it's on your Facebook. Anyway, we will remove that for now. He'll fix that, and then it'll be right back up. When do you guys come to Germany? Whew. That
If you pay us, we will come to Germany
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
to edit your videos.
I'm down. I don't see any downside to this right now.
I don't either.
But yeah, so I'm sure everybody in here has heard about what happened at Roswell, or at least knows like, okay, you go to this area and it is the place where a UFO dropped, supposedly. But actually, supposedly it was a weather balloon that dropped. And they had to send that many fucking feds to go pick up the weather balloon.
And then they completely ignore the weather balloons that just fly right over the United States in 2024.
Oh yeah. And we had a Cyberdyne.
Been there, done that. Let's just let them fly over.
we had Cyberdyne Systems sending their or a Skynet sending their drones in New Jersey.
Skynet. Skynet.
Skynet.
Skynet. One step beyond. just Terminators doing.
They're all stinking. Just stinking Terminators.
Terminators with Doc Martens on, white laced up, everything.
Why would they put white lace? Wait. Why are we going
wrong one.
that direction? That is
Those
not.
are skinheads.
No. That ska skin. Ska. Whoa.
It gives a whole new meaning to romper stomper.
I literally just oh my god. Oh, I just saw a whole bunch of Hitler bots coming after everybody. Stop. we are
Meanwhile, in
coming
New
for you.
Jersey,
John Connor skits.
show me your peppers.
Show me what you got.
There's
I
the
want to see
pepper.
what
Show
you
me
got.
the
Oh my
pepper.
God. So not to get off on a tangent, but talking about the Germans.
The Germans.
I don't think
Yeah, the actor that played in and he was in the second one too. I don't know why it didn't connect. But we watched today. Today we watched the third Venom, the Last Dance. It was good. It was really good. But it had Tommy in it.
Huh.
It's the Germans, Tommy.
The Germans. This is
Tommy.
Really?
He says he was
Yeah.
named after a gun, but
Yeah.
I know he was really named after a 19th century German ballet dancer.
Yeah.
Replica.
Oh, Turkish ballet dancer. Sorry, Turkish. I think. I don't know.
He dodges bullets, Abby. That's like the best part. What do they call?
Oh, it's Abby. Oh, that was a good movie, man.
It was.
That was.
Put that cookie down now.
That cookie.
That's what she says here. Cookie. You good?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so we were going to talk about Roswell.
That 3/4 of joint really is going to be hitting real hard here in a second.
Do we want to go through the comments though before we get started?
I guess so.
Yeah,
let's
go.
do that. Are you going to do it or am I going to do it?
No, you're right. It's right there.
Okay.
I don't know. There's aliens everywhere.
Aliens! Let's go to the top. Woo!
Is everything blue?
Because I clicked on it to get it to go up.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Whitechapel. Hey, Kisa. Nadine.
Kisa.
Hello. Henry, hello. Wait, hide that one. Here we go. I'll give it 3 days. It'll be back. Yeah, you know what? Everyone's saying that, but we'll see. Because it's all a matter of if they want to sell it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, Trump
Hey,
did.
Till.
Trump did say the ban is going to be extended by 90
Spend-
days, so it is going to be back on probably Tuesday. But can you imagine, like,
everybody's going to be like mad editing for like the next 90
oh dear
days.
God, the interruption, the servers are going to be down and all this other stuff. I mean, it's just going to be glorious chaos. And I'm over here on my good old Instagram app because I love it so much.
Fine, do your thing.
Just laughing away at all the memes I'm making off you guys.
Hey, Rob, how are you?
Because we get away with stuff over on Instagram that TikTok does not allow you to get away with.
Okay. I got you.
What
I
happened?
got you. She was quoting Arnold in Jingle All the Way.
Oh, put down the cookie.
Yes. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to put your background up.
I just keep saying things and you're just like crickets.
I can't multitask with Arians around.
Aliens. I'm not saying aliens, but aliens.
But Arians.
Oh my God. All right. So while he's doing that, and we're going through the comments, today after we got back, the kids were playing a video game, and apparently my stepson had named his tag-along animal Cocaine. But I was walking through and saw
true.
this dinosaur because they're doing monster hunters, and he had killed a dinosaur, and it looked like he was collecting cocaine from the dinosaur. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, why are you getting cocaine from the dinosaur? And he's like, no, my cat's name is Cocaine. I'm like, why is your cat's name Cocaine?
Yeah. Why is your cat's name Cocaine?
I know.
I mean, okay.
Is it white
we
and
still
fluffy,
have an
or is
issue
it
here. We still
is the cat white and fluffy, or is it like, I mean, is it pure like white and fluffy,
or is it cracked out?
I don't know.
is it kind of gray and like not so cut with some other stuff than other cats or something?
Oh my god, I didn't send you guys that thing, did I? Well, so yeah. We're gonna talk about Roswell.
Roswell 47. I'm sorry, I love that name. That hypocrisy or hypocrisy
Yeah. Hypocrisy.
song. It's a good one. And seeing it live was pretty good too.
That
So.
that was rad.
Mhm.
Oh, good times. Okay. So again, most of you guys know that in 1947, the U.S. Army Air Force balloon debris recovered near like Roswell, and there's another area that is part of it, and I can't remember what it is. This is actually not on here. So this is near the oh, come on.
This is Roswell.
Alamogordo Army Airfield. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't think of the name, like what the place was called. And part of a top secret Project Mogul, which we'll get into later because it's huge. So apparently the balloon was intended to detect Soviet nuclear tests. I'm not really sure how in New Mexico, but
That doesn't make
wait. The balloon was supposedly made to detect
Soviet nuclear tests
in New Mexico.
In New Mexico,
where they
where they were
where
testing.
we do our nuclear we were doing our nuclear what?
Yeah. People just believed things easily. Because, the government wouldn't lie, right?
No.
People did have a naivety to them when it came to what the government was reporting.
Well, they were already so freaked out with the the Soviet arms race and that whole thing.
That barely kicked off though. That was not even actually there yet.
Well, no, they were starting to get there because they were already trying to detect Soviet nuclear tests. So they were already freaking people out.
I think this was still within that time span where we were kind of nice to the Soviets, wasn't it? Like,
we were both, I believe, at that point, both fighting the Germans, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
47.
And
It was
47,
directly after World War II, so I think it was. We were still.
That was 2 years after, huh?
Okay, so that was the mad run. That was a mad dash to be like, what could the Soviet Union and what could America scoop up? Operation Paperclip, all that stuff. What could they scoop up out of Germany as far as their scientists, information, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I could see people being on edge at this point. Yeah, because Aki is right. This is when the arms race actually started. Like, we weren't even aware that it was an arms race at this point, other than probably the government.
But the government knew, and we were already starting to get a little thing about how we should be afraid of the Soviets.
But this is around the time that the aliens sent back the Hitler bots, right?
Aliens
to
Skynet.
to send Skynet.
Skynet. Open up, FBI, show me your papers. The Air Force never had balloons.
Oh,
exactly.
No.
Cocaine. Nose candy ain't good for you kids.
You know what I'm surprised we didn't make was a giant blimp with, an A10. What is it?
I heard that way wrong.
30mm gun attached to it. We never even tried that. That's surprising that we didn't.
Like an armored Zeppelin.
Yeah, like seriously. We could make it.
Yeah, but isn't an armored Zeppelin, wouldn't that be kind of like an oxymoron?
Wouldn't that just be a plane?
Don't shoot the balloon part. Only this lower part.
I bet you we could make an armored Zeppelin now. We'll call it the Kevlarmer Zeppelin.
Why do I see an image similar to what's his name, France, the guy that jumped off the Eiffel Tower?
Oh,
I bet we could play that again. I love that video.
I think we can now.
That shit.
Oh my god, I think we can.
I
was gonna say
think
hi,
we
Keith.
can.
That was some good weed.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Odd Mother's gonna have fun. So much fun.
Well, okay, so
Let's go talk about the aliens.
so metallic and rubber debris were recovered by Roswell Army field personnel.
Swear to God, thought you were gonna say
Airfield
Metallica.
personnel. Okay, I heard something else when you were talking about the armored Zeppelin thing. So,
All right, can I add a little bit there? Because I did look up some of that. The debris, like you said, was rubber, sticks, paper, lightweight metals, fiber optic cables, and tape.
what the hell?
But they were awfully strong, is what they reported.
What the hell?
I bet you the aliens stopped by CarQuest before they
I don't know.
had to fix the
I just see a
radiator.
fifth grader's like science project. Anyway,
They had to,
Right? Like, oh my God!
they had to
The
fix
Soviets are coming.
they had to fix the quantum radiator before they took off, and that's how they got caught.
No.
oh my God.
Like, oh my God, this is coming. And there it is. Just a balloon with sticks and a candle.
You know how much we're talking
Flying
shit right now? How much you want to bet?
Isn't that
we
called like a Chinese lantern, floating lantern?
At this point,
you know
when they were
how much-
like, oh, we had rubber, we had sticks, we had tape.
you know how
But
much
they're
we're
really
talking
strong.
about aliens right now. How much we want to bet we get abducted tonight, all three of us? And we're like, fuck, man.
I don't really want.
I need a trunk monkey, the alien edition. I don't want to be probed.
Yeah.
Everybody wakes up with sore butts.
I don't know what's gonna be hooked to the milking machine.
Oh,
Try to
man.
take my precious seed
No, dear
because
God.
the Martian women need to live on.
Okay, none of this blue velvet crap.
Oh,
This
David
is
Lynch
like-
is gone.
Oh,
Oh,
I had to mention blue velvet, didn't I?
yeah, I feel bad. I love David Lynch.
He was going off and it
I
sounded
do
like blue
too.
velvet, man.
The aliens have my precious seed so they can be stronger.
Okay, I remembered
What was
why
I saying earlier
I
about
hated
it?
that movie.
I was
It's
like,
not
why
that
is
I hate
every main character in a David Lynch movie named David?
it. He's living vicariously through his films, which doesn't exactly make sense considering he
David, I
literally just
have
do
your
any of this stuff.
seed. I can make it through anything if I have your seed.
God, that is so
That
cool.
movie already makes me want to take a shower. Now I need to go scrub.
Right? I'm like,
I know.
We're gonna be texting each other later on, all three of us. We're on
As long as
shower.
you don't say that. Okay, what would really, really creep me out is you saying that with that clown song in the background.
Well, some reels are coming now.
no, please God, no.
Oh, let's see if I can get some million views. We're getting constant comments on it. You guys have to check it out
Blue
now.
Velvet for a little while.
Candy colored clowns.
Because a lot of us want to hear about that movie. We really do. I will watch fucking Pink Flamingos again before
Oh, no. The dog turds with the corn or whatever it was in it.
Oh.
Whoa.
The thing is you can even in that part where you watching the outtakes at the after
Oh.
this Pink Flamingo.
Yeah, Divine almost throws up. She's like,
Even Divine was like, Divine, you could tell with how she was saying things. She's like, you knew she went too far. She's like, I went too far.
because it was a real dog turd.
It was bad.
And if you want to catch that, it should still be up in our
It's
members
on
only area.
I was showing off that we had movies to somebody, and I was like,
yes,
"We are not your
Keisha,
average movie."
it's Pink Flamingos.
It's Pink Flamingo.
Yeah, Divine. Oh man, we went from David Lynch to Divine.
Yeah, now we're going right back into
that's in a close universe.
I feel like that's a good segue because like Divine was definitely out there, so why not? She was in outer space, right?
Mr. Giggles.
Hey, Mr. Giggles. I was actually looking for
aliens.
No, I have okay. Check this out on it's the Air Force website.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a little tiny thing, the Roswell report case closed. It's really not that much. It's barely even a page. This is in July 1994. The Office of the Secretary of the Air Force concluded an exhaustive search for records in response to a General Announcing Office inquiry of an event popularly known as the Roswell incident. The focus of the GAO probe, initiated at the request of a member of Congress, was to determine if the U.S. Air Force or any other U.S. government agency possessed information on the alleged crash and recovery of an extraterrestrial vehicle and its alien occupants near Roswell, New Mexico in July of 1947. The 1994 Air Force report concluded that the predecessors of the Air Force, the U.S. Army Air Forces, recovered debris from an Army Air Force balloon-borne research project codenamed Mogul.
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 This is stuff that I didn't know about.
So it took them that long to let us know it was a research project named Mogul. Because I actually have the 1947 July 8th ABC news broadcast about Roswell if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you hear it well or if you don't hear it very well. I've got all my sounds turned up.
Late this afternoon, a bulletin from New Mexico suggested that the widely publicized mystery of the flying saucers may soon be solved. Army Air Force officers reported that one of the strange discs had been found and inspected sometime last week. Our correspondents in Los Angeles and Chicago have been in contact with Army officials endeavoring to obtain all possible late information. Joe Wilson reports to us now from Chicago. The Army may be getting to the bottom of all this talk about the so-called flying saucers. As a matter of fact, the 509th Atomic Bomb Group headquarters at Roswell, New Mexico, reports that it has received one of the discs which landed on a ranch outside Roswell. The disc landed at a ranch at Corona, New Mexico, and the rancher turned it over to the Air Force. Rancher W.W. Brizzell was the man who discovered the saucer. Colonel William Blanchard of the Roswell Air Base refuses to give details of what the flying disc looked like. In Fort Worth, Texas, where the object was first sent, Brigadier General Roger Ramey says that it is being shipped by air to the AAF Research Center at Wright Field, Ohio. A few moments ago, I talked to officials at Wright Field, and they declared that they expect the so-called flying saucer to be delivered there, but that it hasn't arrived as yet. In the meantime, General Ramey describes the object as being of flimsy construction, almost like a box type. He says that it was so battered that he was unable to determine whether it had a disc form, and he does not indicate its size. Ramey says that so far as can be determined, no one saw the object in the air, and he describes it as being made of some sort of tinfoil. Other Army officials say that further information indicates that the object had a diameter of about 20 to 25 feet, and that nothing in the apparent construction indicated any capacity for speed, and that there was no evidence of a power plant. The disc also appeared too flimsy to carry a man. Now, back to Taylor Grant in New York.
So it's really weird that if you read through a lot of that stuff, like the description and the story has changed a lot over time.
There's actually conclusions here. But the other part that I didn't read yet was that they had descriptions of bodies to be actual or as part of the actual incident.
Hmm.
And I was laughing at the conclusion. So, the conclusions are Air Force activities which occurred over a period of many years have been consolidated and are now represented to have occurred in 2 or 3 days in July of 1947. The aliens observed in the New Mexico desert were actually anthropomorphic test dummies. What?
Anthropomorphic test dummies.
What is anthropomorphic?
That just means like human like, or yeah, human like. They stand up on their hind legs. They, that's kind of what they mean.
I'm not saying aliens, but I'm saying aliens.
Apparently they were carried aloft by U.S. Air Force high altitude balloons for scientific research.
Wait, were they seeing the aliens can fly and they couldn't fly? Is that what really happened?
I don't know.
So they had human characteristics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The unusual military activities in New Mexico, in the New Mexico desert, were high altitude research balloon launch and recovery operations.
In a disc-like shape?
Yeah. Reports of military units that always seem to arrive shortly after the crash of a flying saucer to retrieve the saucer and crew were actually accurate descriptions of Air Force personnel engaged in anthropomorphic dummy recovery operations.
Hey, what
So just so I understand, they made the balloon look disc shape? I mean, because at this point, we know what shape a balloon is. We've
It's
used
square.
them before.
Yeah. Claims of alien bodies at Roswell Army Airfield Hospital were most likely a combination of two separate incidents.
They crashed into it. Two balloons collided.
Yes.
They made little balloon babies, and they all fell to the ground.
So, a 1956 KC-97 aircraft incident in which 11 Air Force members lost their lives. And the second one is the 1959 manned balloon mishap in which 2 Air Force pilots were injured.
This sounds like it was all set up.
This report is based on thoroughly documented research supported by official records, technical reports, film footage, photographs, and interviews with individuals who were involved in these events. And that's how they end it for the Air Force.
Hey, you just get there. It's just the Air Force with a crane and some planes attached to it that they stuffed.
That was
dummies
and
corpses into. They just blow them up.
Well, I'm just sitting here. I mean, did they film the recovery or did they film the crash?
I don't know, but
because I would be very sus if they filmed the crash. See, this is what happened.
See.
It's just like
we told you people died. We're like,
when Peter's all that's the whole thing. It's on strings. See, guys?
Yeah.
It's right next to the moon landing tapes. I mean, I'm just saying, if we've been there,
I don't know.
Why can't we get there again?
I think we can.
And better technology. I'm just wondering, okay? I get that we've been into the... I'm not saying we haven't been to space. We have been to space. We have people in space currently.
The Earth is flat. Okay.
It's on the back of a turtle.
It's on the back of a turtle.
That's why when I actually heard this somewhere. The reason some people say the Earth is flat is because when we jump up, we land in the same place.
Yep.
it broke my brain. I was like, well, what?
It's actually terrible. I'm stoned right now. This is actually not fun to make-
I want to jump up and like land in Hawaii or something on the beach.
Fuck plane tickets.
God, could you imagine if you go to jump up, the next time you go to you just go to jump up and down, but gravity just is turned off just right then, and you just
Well, the world's
right
spinning
there.
if it's round. So if it spins,
Oh.
you jump up. It's gonna.
Yeah, you just-
Right? You
all
like
of a
jump
sudden,
up and
1,000
you-
miles an hour, everything's gone.
And to be fair, you don't land in the same spot.
No, you're dead. You're flung off into space. But you also have to watch out for debris because everything's moving so fast.
And all the other people jumping up trying to get somewhere.
Oh my, okay, so hey Jessica.
Hey,
Also, she says I have seen a UFO when I went to Sedona, Arizona. Okay,
Nice.
first off, I can't show it off right now, but he knows there's a big scar on my back about that long. That is from Sedona, Arizona. Do not go
to the
diving underneath barbed wire. Just
With the
not a good
law.
idea.
with the law.
For some reason,
understand.
I think there is a story behind that.
Okay, so in Sedona,
She was a law woman, good at her job, but she made the ultimate sin.
really on the Punisher now.
and ratted on bad women cops.
Well, what was I saying?
Sedona.
There's a place in Sedona that when you go to the top of a hill or a mountain, it used to be a coral reef.
Okay.
So, we went to go see it. I went hiking one day, and when we left Chandler, it was nice and so. Well, it's too hot for me still. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the heat.
No, I'm really not. It's too hot here. It gets hotter there.
Yep.
So, we left and it was hot, so I was in just like jeans and oh man, I missed this shirt. It was my Metallica Guns N' Roses shirt. It was a 1992 concert shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But so I didn't have a jacket or anything, and we started hiking up this mountain, and we get to a point and it starts to rain on us, but we're almost there. So I went to go underneath the barbed wire that was there, and it bounced back at me and scraped a
shit.
little scar in my back. It's like right on my. It's like right where a tramp stamp should be. So, yeah. So I was like, oh, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad, you know. But if you see the scar, like I can feel the scar on my back.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
Dang.
Bad. I probably should have had stitches. It was pretty bad.
Oh.
It's a wonder you didn't catch tetanus or something from it.
Oh, right. I mean, like I never saw it, so I didn't know even what it looked like.
If I don't see it, it's not there, and I can catch nothing from it.
So I was just like, whatever. I didn't even think about it. Like,
Oh, my jaw's locking up so bad right now. What's going on?
about like
Cracks it open with a knife.
a week
we're
later,
good.
I came back to California.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I was on top of a mountain, because I was promised to see a coral reef on top of a mountain.
Nope. It's all barbed wire. Didn't see aliens or anything
And
like
then
that.
then it started like hailing.
Yeah. Not from aliens.
Jeez, sorry.
It's actually just. Did you guys see? Okay, all right. Did you guys see? And apparently tonight is like just a rabbit moment.
It really is.
Me and Odd Daughter were watching the news the other night. I'm not shitting you. And it was somewhere up like Utah or somewhere like that, right around Christmas time. The two guys that went out hunting Bigfoot and died.
Wait, what?
I don't know whatever happened with. That's what the news said. They went out to hunt Bigfoot. They found their bodies. They went out to hunt Bigfoot, and now they're dead.
Oh, there's a giant
And
foot up there.
well, and Odd Daughter just looked at me. It was like we were both like, they found Bigfoot.
How did they die?
Did they
I don't know. That's all it said.
Okay, we got to find this out because
That's all it said.
Are we going from alien to cryptid? I feel like we are.
We're going to go into.
Well,
Bigfoot
they say
Bigfoot.
that Bigfoot might be like an interdimensional, time traveler or whatever.
Yeah.
Traveler.
They say a lot of things that are weird too.
They do.
Let's see. Hold on.
Oh,
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look up
okay.
people.
The guys that died from Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah.
It was right around Christmas.
Boom. 2 men were found dead from exposure.
Oh, from
after looking for Sasquatch and walking the national
exposure.
rainforest.
Exposure.
Yep.
Huh.
Were they maybe
Oh, it
raped
was-
by Bigfoot?
Just well, yeah.
They're all found like this. That's how they were found. Oh man. I don't even. I'm laughing at UFOologists. UFOologists. UFO.
you get into you'll get into like MUFON and all that kind of stuff when you start getting into all that.
Ufologist.
Ufologists.
UFOologists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually
Ufologists.
the term I use.
UFOologists.
Ufologists.
Call the Roswell incident the ultimate cold case file. But according to the Air Force, it is not. It was just people dying in balloons, apparently.
Anamorphic test dummies dying in balloons
And anthropomorphic
that are shaped
test
that are
dummies.
shaped like discs.
That they had autopsies on.
Right. On the
Nothing
night,
to see here. Nothing.
Nothing to see.
here.
Move along. Move along.
Move along. No, that is not a gentleman with a gun pointing you in a direction other than this place.
hey, what happened to storming freaking Area 51?
Well, that's why I said we're clapping cheeks.
It petered out because apparently the guy, I can't remember if he was in college or what he was doing,
He's from here.
but he
He's
just
from-
meant it as a
He's
joke.
from Bakersfield.
He was from here.
He was in Bakersfield. Yeah, and he just meant it as a joke, but everybody picked it up. And we're like,
wasn't-
yeah, we're going to storm Area 51.
was,
Yeah.
It was half a joke. It was half a college project for memes. And then it was also the other portion of it was I think he really did want to have a rave near Area 51 where they legally could have done it as long as they don't go up to the fence. They do whatever out there. But yeah, he said he started
I see that ending badly.
he said he started getting death threats. And at
Really?
first, like it wasn't the people someone who was interviewing him, it was they said was it the FBI or whatever? He's all no, I was just getting death threats. So from so basically from all the nerds and fandom of UFOs out there, they were all a lot of them were calling him up and just giving him death threats, just like threatening his life.
Why? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Because they don't want to know if there's nothing out there.
They don't want to see some drunk.
They want to
guys.
believe. I want to
do.
believe.
They want to clap
They
alien
do.
cheeks. They don't want us to have frat boys clapping alien cheeks.
It's so crazy to me that people are like
The memes that came from that time.
7 days.
Oh my God. I love the one with the Cinderella fairy godmother, the bibbity bobbity boom.
Nothing stronger than
This
that.
is what happens to all the people that try to raid Area 51. Bibbity bobbity boom.
Just popped in my head. Nothing stronger than the power of love, except for an Apache helicopter. Just showed an Apache helicopter flying.
Wow.
All right, we've wandered enough.
This is not a true Roswell episode at this point.
Not all who wander are lost, but us.
We are. On the night of July 2nd, 1947, amid a severe lightning storm. Ranchers outside of Roswell, New Mexico called recall hearing what sounded like an explosion. Seriously? Freaking tape and twigs landing sounds like a damn explosion.
Look, the balloon, the anamorphic mummies were loaded with C4.
Oh, yeah. Because that's totally what happens when aliens or people hit the ground. Are they also coyote? A wild
Coyote ugly.
I laughed at myself. Okay?
Were these aliens dancing on top of bar in their cowgirl boots? This is what really happened here. Just
they've got, the female ones have the little pasties on there, but they're like shaped like little UFOs.
Trying to raise enough money for their friend to go to college or something. What was the premise of the movie?
I don't remember.
It was like the nice girl version of Dallas.
The nice girl version.
Instead of blowing dudes or fucking to get her friend to go to the cheerleading club or some shit. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to the premise of it. I just
He's watched it a million times and still doesn't know the premise right now.
He's like a 49ers girl or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anyway, so we have a balloon that's loaded with C4. Go ahead.
Yeah. The next day, W. Mac Brazil.
Mac Brazil, definitely not a government name. Not a
W. Brazil,
Dub.
as Mac, discovered debris in a field near his home, unlike any he'd ever seen.
What are these damn twigs and sticks and tape? And
I've never seen something that is sticky on one side and smooth on the other. This must be aliens.
Poke it with a stick. Boom!
Boom! Oh man, it's just duct tape.
Silver duct tape.
That was still being tested out by the military. And they're like, yeah, totally aliens. We've never seen that before.
Look, maybe it was alien tape.
It was alien tape. It's totally alien
It
tape.
was alien tape.
That's how we have.
No, there's tape actually called alien tape.
Oh, rad. Well, that makes sense. Let's see. So after hearing this huge boom the night before, and the next day discovering debris in a field near his home, unlike any he'd ever seen. After handing over the wreckage to the United States Air Force, the Roswell Army Airfield issued a press release stating that they'd captured a flying saucer. Word spread around the world. Damn it. I lost my notes. So, by the way, the notes are predominantly, well, actually, I've gotten my notes from the Air Force, which is af.mil. The one that we're going through is predominantly from People magazine. And then we have some citations from like Wikipedia because, we're not in college and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just trying to make some money here. We don't
care.
As long as we cite our sources, that's all I care about. Okay, let's just make some money.
Well, and I got the information about what the debris actually was from How Stuff Works.
I love that site.
Wasn't one of the things with the pieces of metal, like if it like crumpled up, it'd go right back to shape or something?
Well, we haven't even got.
I don't. The only lightweight metals that I know of are called aluminum foil or aluminium foil.
Yep.
Well, remember, it's unlike any he'd ever seen. It's Candelium.
But did they actually capture it or just find it?
So
See, this is where it starts getting stupid.
This is where it's weird because they were like, "Hey guys, we captured a flying saucer.
We captured some flying sardines, guys.
God,
we got the can and everything.
Woo! And,
Wouldn't that be funny if that's what it was?
So words spread around the world, but in 24 hours, they retracted their statement.
We
And
didn't
then
really catch
they
it.
were like, hey,
We just
just
found
kidding.
it.
We never said that. You don't remember that, right? Like, we never said that.
Look into this pin right here.
Yep. You were just walking down the highway. That was sad, actually.
These are not the droids you were looking for.
That was really sad when he goes home.
Who, E.T.?
No.
What?
Have you never seen all of the Men in Black movies?
Yes. Well, I haven't seen the new one with Chris Hemsworth.
Okay. Well,
So
anyway,
wait, does he go home? When does he go home?
he goes home.
He retires.
Yeah, not the first one.
Is what?
It's the second or third one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's where he's Okay, my brain's not working anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, we don't want to get into that. We're not reviewing movies right now. That we have a cat for that.
Yeah, we have a cat for that.
So they retracted their statements 24 hours later, and they were like, hey, by the way, guys, we never said that last night. It's not from a UFO, just letting you know. But it was merely remnants of a weather observation balloon that crashed. And then they were like, well, actually, it was like a balloon for
Are they trying to say it was
the Soviets,
Donnie
like
Darko?
to make sure what's going on with the Soviets.
It was Donnie
And they were like,
Darko,
wait,
but
we
the
can't say
Hindenburg?
that. So they just kind of kept going back. Now, officially, from 1994, it was the Soviets. Well, it was us making sure the Soviets weren't testing nuclear weapons in Roswell, New Mexico.
Where we tested them.
Where we tested them. Not them. I don't know why the Russians would be testing them in Roswell, New Mexico.
I don't know.
Just saying. So wow, it's been oh my gosh, it's been around 80 years.
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
Oh yeah.
Almost 80 years since the Roswell, New Mexico incident. And there's countless theories about what happened. Man, why do they have to be ufologists? Ufologists. Yep.
Ufologists.
Ufologists. Well, it's just so weird. It's weird, okay? I like calling them UFOologists.
Ufologists?
Ufologists. Ufologists.
Ufologists.
Those people
Ufologists.
that go to conventions a lot.
Who, us?
A lot. And usually dress up like Scully or Mulder. Those people.
Or they wear the lightweight medals upon their heads.
Hey, we do that too. We talk by the way. But this is not us. Don Schmidt and Kevin Randall. They have been trying to uncover the truth since 1989. And they believe Roswell is the one case that could solve the entire UFO mystery overnight. Their findings about an alleged government cover-up are actually on an episode of the Netflix Unsolved Mysteries. So it'll be season 5, episode 4. I believe that the military experienced the recovery of an alien spacecraft. It's where the evidence is leading us, Randall claimed in the episode. The Air Force says they have no connection to it, or excuse me, no evidence that it was extraterrestrial. I think that the files were gathered up and are in a different repository. Dude, they burnt them. Come on. Hidden deep in the archives of the government, and therefore there is no paper trail. They could do a good job at making people sound crazy, but don't you think if they
It's
want to
kind of like that closing image of Raiders of the Lost Ark at the very end.
Yes.
Remember when they take the ark down into the archive and there's just like it goes on and on and on and on forever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like when they always reference it again too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find out in the Crystal Skull that it's actually Area 51.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't say it originally.
Well, I mean,
They,
you kind
they
of
just said it was a
guess.
warehouse, but they finally made it canon that it's Area 51 where they put everything.
Well,
Ah.
so
Yeah.
supposedly, like everything that was possibly at Area 51 originally that was extraterrestrial related has since been moved, considering that it's too popularly known that it would be in New Mexico.
Now
Yeah.
it's in Area 52, if anybody
Yes.
wants to know.
Just letting you know.
That's where they have Eddie Torres, the extra testicle, too.
Eddie Torres?
Yes, or the Vatican. You want something to disappear, you put it in the basement in the Vatican.
There's a lot of things down there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And beings.
They have Poseidon down there.
They have Poseidon. Oh, that's a good one. Rick and Morty. So, yeah, this guy is saying that on July, as we know, that it was July 2nd, 1947. The crash took place in the desert, 75 miles outside of Roswell, New Mexico. This is according to Schmidt and Randall's research with rancher W.W. Mack Brazil's property. He discovered metal-like debris in a field near his home the following day. Brazil loaded up what wreckage he could get into his truck and drove to Roswell, where the 509th Composite Group was stationed. This was the same unit of the United States Air Force that deployed the atomic bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Major Jesse Marcel, the head of intelligence, received the materials from Brazil. And on July 8th, 1947, the Army airfield issued a press release claiming they had captured a flying saucer. Marcel was immediately ordered to board a B-29 bomber and deliver the wreckage to Brigadier General Roger Ramey in Fort Worth, Texas. Upon his arrival, Marcel dropped the materials off in Ramey's office, and the pair visited the map room. When they returned, the wreckage was allegedly gone, with a clump of rotting neoprene rubber balloons and a shredded radar reflector kite in its place.
A whole bunch of naval condoms they just threw in a pile. Here you go. There's your aliens. Go dig through it.
Gross. After allegedly instructing Marcel not to breathe a word of what happened to reporters or his family, Ramey held a press conference claiming that the wreckage was remains of a weather observation balloon crash. Marcel stayed silent for 30 years after becoming terminally ill. I remember this. Like, I've seen this. So, he spoke out in 1980 on the TV series In Search Of about what he believed to be true. He said, I knew that I had never seen anything like that before, and as of now, I don't know what it was. It was not anything from this earth that I'm quite sure of. He said before describing the materials, you couldn't even bend it, you couldn't dent it, even sledgehammers would bounce off of it. Well, I mean, that just sounds like metal.
Yeah, but every piece of metal usually has a reaction. Even titanium, you can put a mark in it.
That's true.
It's
But
just
the sledgehammer bouncing off of it, that just kind of sounds
just-
like metal.
titanium is abrasive resistant, but you can still take a chunk out of it if you hit it hard enough, or whatever.
So, following Ramey's press conference, the military sent troops to the desert to pick up evidence from the wreckage site. Yeah, because it was totally a weather balloon.
Oh yeah, absolutely weather balloon. Actually, what it was is they had these back in the old days, in the whole Greek times, they had these people who threw discus. That's how they kickstarted the aliens to get them out into space. The aliens are super, super tiny.
Sweet. Meanwhile, a team of archaeologists from Western Texas Tech searched for the impact site.
Just a whole bunch of
And-
methed out clowns from freaking Granbury, right?
Wow. They searched for the impact site and came across a pond, an egg-shaped craft the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, and this was 27 miles away from the debris field. They allegedly discovered bodies.
And then somebody jumped out and went nanu nanu. When you said egg-shaped crab, that's all I could think.
Nanu. Project Blue Book.
Anyway.
It's in a warehouse. The Vatican. Yep. When he was a postman. Yes. I like that. It was just sad. It was really sad. When you're like, "Aw." So Captain Oliver Pappy Henderson of the first
Pappy.
air transport
Papa Henderson.
unit flew the alleged bodies out of Roswell to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio.
Huh. Wait a second. He went from New Mexico
To Ohio.
Damn. Isn't that a drive?
They flew it. They said they flew
Oh,
it.
they flew it. I thought they drove it. Sorry. I see flew now. I'm sorry.
So Henderson's wife, Sappho, said, "My husband told me the bodies were small, the heads were larger, the eyes were rather sunken and a little slanted. They were not of this earth." And this is when she was actually on the Unsolved Mysteries interview. "When my husband, who was a man of truth, tells me this story, I believed him." So you gotta love. I hope that I can save this. Nope. You gotta love when you go look at the old pictures and they're sitting there with aluminum foil and you're like, really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing right here in this picture.
Yeah.
Papers Nationwide published an image from Fort Worth Army Airfield of Major Jess A. Marcel posing with debris on July 8th of 1947. And it looks like aluminum foil or maybe one of those space blankets.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like.
And what is that? Charcoal next to him? Feathers? I can't quite tell.
The blood remains of the aliens is what he's trying to say. It is.
Well, when you bury things in the pet cemetery, you should not put foil on them.
Cook them.
Because you'll cook them.
Oh.
And they'll smell really good, apparently.
Oh, delicious human meat.
So, since 1947, the U.S. government has attempted to explain what happened in Roswell in several reports. The first was a 231-page report titled The Roswell Report, Fact versus Fiction in the New Mexico Desert. And it was released in 1994 and co-written by a special agent of the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, Richard Weaver. His name's Dick Weaver.
Dick Weaver.
Ooh, Dick Weaver.
He sounds infected.
I really okay.
You
So
got the old Dick Weaver, don't you?
So on the
Lap him on the cheeks and walk away.
on the same Unsolved Mysteries episode,
It stings.
he said, "I really wanted there to be something there, but there was almost nothing in any Air Force records about Roswell. And then we found out about Project Mogul."
I don't think the right hand knows what the left hand's doing, to be very honest with you, in this whole fiasco.
Oh, here we go.
It's the government.
Project Mogul was a top secret Air Force project whose primary purpose was to detect nuclear explosions and ballistic missile launches, usually using naval acoustical sensors, radar reflecting targets, and nylon fibers carried by a train of weather balloons. Based on this, Weaver concluded that a Project Mogul balloon crashed in Roswell.
Huh?
Yeah. Really?
Just kind of like that meme right now. Huh?
Yeah. But what exactly was Project Mogul again? Did they
It
ever
was-
actually say?
Yeah, it was a top secret Air Force project whose primary purpose was to detect Soviet nuclear explosions and ballistic missiles. Missile launches using naval acoustical sensors, radar reflecting targets, and nylon fibers carried by a train of weather balloons.
But
Like
they
you
do
would,
know,
like the Soviets wouldn't see that coming for like 5 miles,
They're just they're all
and it's
they're trying to detect them over fucking New Mexico, where
were they just not able to get it off the ground? I mean, wouldn't it make it more sense to, like, I don't know, launch it in Alaska or launch it in, I don't know.
where they're not testing nuclear bombs.
Like, I don't know, Massachusetts or something, somewhere that's a little bit closer to the USSR.
They're like, guys, hey, you know those people in Russia that you're afraid of? Yeah, it's their fault. Just want to let you know. And then they're sitting there like we said, 2020. Just, looking up at the sky going, oh, look. Another
It
country.
doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm sitting here reading. It says that they were unable to disclose details about the project. A Colonel Marcellus Duffy identified it as meteorological equipment.
See, they always. Yeah. No. They come up with new reasons every time.
Oh yeah.
Describe the wreckage as parts of a weather device composed of tinfoil and broken wood beams.
You know what they do with this? It's the same logic as like right now with the internet. There's so much, they put out so much information with it, then it becomes like super conspiratorial, or everything's conspiracy. And then it's just no one believes it anymore. And no one cares. Can you mute that chat?
Okay.
But it like, yeah, I think that's what really is happening.
No, I
here.
can't.
Instead of it just letting the information be out there, because then people are going to actually know what happened there. But they just flood it with everything else going on. Now it's just conspiracy.
It's just like a dump of all different kinds of information that it leaves everybody confused.
For one guy to be like, hey guys, I have incurable cancer for being stationed in New Mexico. So now I'm finally going to tell you guys the truth. They stole it and replaced it with aluminum foil and balloons and twigs.
Okay, and this is what's so funny. So they this rancher brings all these twigs and rubber bands and tinfoil to them, and they're like, "Oh, it's a balloon from Project Mogul that's supposed to somehow detect USSR nuclear, explosions and different things like that." But then they have to send some portions of the material were flown from Texas to Wright Field in Ohio, which is apparently or supposedly where the bodies were sent, the alien bodies, where Colonel Marcus Duffy identified it, like I said, as balloon equipment. Duffy has previously experienced with Project Mogul and contacted Mogul's project officer, Albert Trakowski, to discuss the debris. Unable to disclose details about the project, Duffy identified it then at this point as meteorological equipment. The 1947 official account omitted any connection to Cold War military programs, and on July 10th, military personnel gave a demonstration to the press. And basically, they go on to say that the demonstration balloon configures used by Mogul team as ways to gather. Now they're saying Mogul was used to gather meteorological data.
Anyone else find it interesting that there's somebody with a Polish that kind of sounds Russian last name in there?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's very close to being a Russian last name, but it's not.
There's a
And then it says the Air Force later described the weather balloon story as an attempt to deflect attention from the top secret Mogul project.
But
Why would the Air Force? I don't know.
why are they like, hey guys, it was metal. Aluminum. Here's the aluminum foil.
Because aluminum foil was new.
And they were like, ta-da!
This really was just a marketing campaign by aluminum foil, wasn't it? So
Right.
that's because barbecue were just about to kick
My
off.
Reynolds wrap.
Yeah.
The world's longest aluminum foil commercial.
Hands across America, guys. They almost had it.
Oh, where's my hat? My foil hat.
I don't know.
I mean, it's just weird. It's just weird how even within the same circles, like they just keep changing the information. And that's one of, like you guys said, the things about it is because they keep changing the story makes it all the more suspicious.
Yeah,
It's just like
absolutely. It just it just makes people peek into it more too.
so the issue is that the Project Mogul equipment was all off the shelf weather balloons and radar targets. Like, how does that make anyone go, oh my god, I've never seen this before?
Well, okay.
Well, in 1997, the Air Force comes back and explained the debris was parachute test dummies. Now, that picture I saw looked nothing like a parachute test dummy.
Right.
Oh, exactly.
Right. Well, they're saying here,
look, when they're putting this stuff out when they're saying it's weather balloons, this is stuff that they were like saying in 1947. That they were putting also in the newspaper. So a lot of people didn't see weather balloons back then. So they were thinking, oh, we'll just tell them it's this, and they'll just believe it because they haven't seen this too much. And no one
Let me
believes.
look up.
Everyone's like, no, that's aliens. That's Martians.
Let me look.
So there's a report that states that the crash was related to Project Mogul flight number 4, but Schmidt and Randall learned that flight had actually been canceled due to weather. So the flight actually got canceled to June 4th, which is 2 days after everything was found. So there's that.
You said that's Project Mogul was canceled?
No, just the one of the flights. It was canceled. It was supposed to take place on the 2nd, but weather with all the storms and everything made it so that it was just inclement for what they needed to do, apparently. And that actually got canceled, or at least for a day. And I'm sorry, it was only slated to take place on the 4th anyway. So I was wrong. It didn't even take place on the 4th. It was supposed to take place on the 4th, which is 2 days after everything was found in the first place. And it was canceled because of the weather. There was no point in putting it up there. So if the flight was canceled, then it couldn't have left debris, huh?
Oh, exactly.
That does.
Sven, Frank knowing too much, get vaxxed. Hey, look, man.
No.
Okay, well, now look, in the they weren't that uncommon, because in the 1940s, the National Weather Bureau used weather balloons to measure atmospheric conditions like temperature, humidity, and wind speed. So they were
pretty common.
They're pretty common. In 1940, the Weather Bureau operated 35 radio sondie stations. Let me see what those are. That was just to measure temperature, humidity, and direction, speed.
You know what's
things like
interesting about
that.
them saying that it was crash test dummies? Those
What?
weren't invented until 1952.
Ah,
Which is 5 years after the crash.
No, they just in the 40s to test out cars, they just used actual cadavers, I think. I might be joking. I'm joking around about it, but it actually seems the more I start thinking about it, the more that seems legit.
It's not, guys.
let me look it up.
I'm kidding. Let me look it up. We're gonna have some pictures for the after show. I'm just kidding.
So, basically, none of the witnesses to the bodies in 47 could have been witnesses to the crash test dummies.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have later, but not at that time.
This is just what happens when you get, instead of having one place where you're going to have a conspiracy theory or a theory come from, you have like fit theory. You have one story coming from, you have 20 other people putting their hands in there going, okay, we're going to change the story 15 different times.
Thank you, Fox.
All right, so not to mean to interrupt you guys, but you're gonna do this to me. It's behind a paywall. Hold on. See if I can refresh it real quick and read it really fast. 3 American universities are using human corpses for car crash tests financed by the federal government, the Ford Motor Company, and General Motors Corporation. The Chrysler Corporation also helped finance such testing up until 1979.
Oh, wow. Oh,
The smell.
oh,
Ugh.
Nine.
oh. All right. I'm going to get some water real fast.
All right.
I'm hearing some bumps out there too. I'm going to go check on
Yeah,
that.
please check on those, please. Because we're going to like have no sliding door or something.
So yeah, I guess they did use them.
So, ugh. That's worse than like pretty much anything else being used. But I guess it gives you an idea of what it'll actually hurt.
Since the 1930s, they used cadavers. Researchers at Wayne State University first threw a body down an elevator shaft to see what kind of force it could sustain. Cadavers have been essential to making driving safer. Every part of a car touching on safety, from steering columns, laminated windshields to side impact airbags, has science from cadavers testing, making sure they work.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh, I just found something. So in September of last year, people got to speak with someone named Luis Elizondo,
Mm-hmm.
who was a former senior intelligence official for the top secret Pentagon program that investigated UFOs and he's also the author of Imminent, the Inside the Pentagon's Hunt for UFOs. He was able to speak candidly about the US government's possession of non-human biological samples. So he said, I want to be careful saying bodies because a body infers that you have an intact entire cadaver or corpse. What I can say is that biological samples have been recovered. He said before describing the non-human tech he once held in his hands. It was a metallic surface that was beveled and had multiple layers of material inside it. It had all sorts of interesting electrical properties. It was not natural. It was definitely engineered. When we showed it to scientists at one of the top aerospace corporations in the world, they just scratched their heads and said, it can't be manufactured. And yet there it was. So this is somebody who was talking about his time in the Pentagon.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Sven. Sorry, guys, that we're not getting to most of the comments other than having them up. This is the recording side of things. But we just go live
Or the
because we like
podcast.
we like the interaction still. So yeah, he's talking about like there's tech that can't be manufactured by us. We can't backtrack it, but I'm
like
sure now-
reverse engineer.
There we go. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
So there's other theories, other conspiracies. Some people believe that the UFO was of Nazi origin.
But wasn't this after?
This was 2 years after.
Unless they were releasing it from South America.
He was swimming out in the ocean one day and he decided, this is the perfect spot. I am going
We're going to invade America with balloons.
Actually, I've heard that good old Joseph spent the rest of his life in absolute fear.
Good.
Mangala?
Yep.
Mangala!
But
wait.
people said that he
Wait.
and I was like, well, you were still alive though, asshole.
Hey. Mangala!
I already used that as like an added sound. Canada Dry sponsor us.
Just not the commie side of Canada. Fuck Justin Trudeau.
He's gone. He's stepping down. Well, he's not
It's gone.
but he's I'm stepping down.
My vagina hurts.
He sat there going like this beforehand.
I've started my man period.
You're like, what the fuck? Like,
this is what it's like to have sand in a vagina. I'm Justin
he's
Trudeau.
had that the whole time.
I'm Justin Trudeau.
I still love how everyone's like, how dare he say that you should be the 51st state?
I
was like, that's fucking great. That's the best retort
you guys could
ever.
keep. Look, you guys can keep Quebec. Keep Quebec. Keep it.
I hate Quebec.
We'll take Alberta. Calgary.
Yes.
Yep.
I want to.
You know, I can remember during the early 90s, like they advertised it. I think even 60 Minutes or one of those kind of shows did like a small blurb on it. But Quebec would pay Americans $15,000 if you would bring you and your family up there and become Canadian citizens in Quebec.
Yes.
I mean, to populate the area.
There was a time when I actually
Greece is
did think about becoming Canadian. Like back when I was a kid.
Canada used to be much different. It used to be
was.
very similar to the United States.
In the 99 2000s, like I turned 18 in 99, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, that might be a possibility. And it looked cool up there. They had some things I didn't like and some things I did, but I was like, it is very close to America. But now, no, it is a very totalitarian communistic state. It is
it's very different.
Like my grandpa is from Canada, and he grew up until he was like 8 in Canada. And his parents are from Alberta and Saskatchewan, which, okay, these names, Moose Jaw and Medicine Hat.
Yeah.
Those are the towns there.
You know what I wish we could get here is fucking puppers. I'm not kidding.
I want a puppers.
The show we watch, Letterkenny.
And Shoresy.
But mostly the beer that's in Shoresy and Letterkenny is a real beer called puppers.
I want to try Gus and Brew.
Yeah, Gus and Brew's I think reals too. So
Gus and Brew is a like cheap whiskey that they drink.
Yeah.
I assume cheap whiskey because they all go every time they drop it.
Yeah.
So they're like, woo. Then they got to go have a spit. So
that's like those TikTok videos. Have you seen the TikTok videos where the teen? No, I can't see it now. where the teens were trying to do a shot of golden grain.
Oh, what was
Oh.
Golden Grain again? What was that? Is that the equivalent to diesel like out here? That's,
Pretty much. I mean, like you can put it in a car and run a car on it.
yeah,
I
diesel was
have-
190% alcohol. That's what we had over here. That's the
No, we
you
had,
guys had
we had Everclear.
yeah, Everclear. Everclear was that, yeah.
Well, it may have been Everclear. It was either Everclear or Golden Grain. I can't. Whichever one is the harshest of the two.
You know what?
They were trying to do shots of it, and they would just like it would go in their mouth, and they just throw it right back up.
That had to be Golden Grain because Everclear,
You know, I
as
had
bad as it is,
Mhm.
you
It goes
mix
down
with-
smooth.
It goes down pretty smooth anyway.
yeah, if you mix
Yeah.
it with anything, Everclear, it doesn't even
It's
like
dangerous,
it's-
dude.
okay, but the thing
Oh,
with
they weren't mixing it with anything. They were
Oh.
just trying to do a shot of it.
But the good thing about Everclear is that when you do mix it with something, and even if you put a lot of it in there, when it's mixed,
Mhm.
yeah, it goes down easier and you catch a buzz faster. But if as long as you catch it before you get really fucked up, you're gonna have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with Everclear. I don't mind it if it's mixed, and I can have
Well,
a drink or two if it's mixed.
we used to do a bottle of Hawaiian Punch, a bottle
Mhm.
of Sprite, a bunch of fruit, and an
Mhm.
entire bottle of Everclear.
Yeah.
Jungle juice.
And then you eat the fruit at the end. Ooh,
Ah,
those are some good watermelons. You had some kick.
big ass boobies.
Big ass titties.
Big ass titties.
So okay, ready?
Uh-huh.
Some people believe that UFOs were of Nazi origin. Theorists
I'm
claim
comfortable with
that
being called a
craft-
Nazi. You think I'd be I'm okay with everything else.
We have names for you back in Brooklyn. I'm comfortable being called a Nazi. You think anything else will hurt my feelings? Yes, think before you speak. Theorists claim that a craft called the Bell, a machine propelled with electric particles, dropped out of the sky during a test flight.
In 1980. No, I was kidding.
That was 47.
Well, now there was a project called the Nazi Bell, and it was
Yeah, that's
supposed
what
to
they're
be
trying
some sort of electrical generating
That's exactly what
thing.
they're saying it was supposed to be.
So it was supposed to be the Nazi Bell fell out of the sky.
Mhm.
And the Nazi Bell is also supposedly what caused the oh shit, what was it? The other one where the guy the Navyman like melded into the ships.
Oh,
The Manhattan Project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
The
that,
Nazi Bell is something we should think about doing.
we should
Wasn't-
add that actually because it is pretty.
Wasn't it
Okay, look, I'm not gonna think that it's Roswell, but
they shifted or something like that? Wasn't from dimensions or
Something, yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of what the Nazi Bell was like. It was, from what I understand, it was supposedly developed to be some sort of like energy, like producing thing that was supposedly from supposed possible alien like stuff that the Nazis found, like alien debris or whatever.
Hmm.
And it actually could generate power, but it also opened up dimensions. Like that's how the UFOs, instead of flying through space really fast, it was just much quicker to go through wormholes. Does that make sense?
well, yeah, that would make sense if it was.
And supposedly this thing opened these wormholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kisa,
So-
you can't get that in the US. For the record, we tried.
What
You
is
can't
it?
get the helium beer?
Can't get the helium beer in the US.
Huh.
Yeah.
You're
I
the one who
thought-
told me that.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
well, I looked it up. You can't.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
Because I was like, maybe we can order some, but yeah, you can't.
We can't get it, unfortunately.
We can get absinthe. I would love some absinthe.
No. The devil.
I don't want to kiss my sister.
Uh,
I don't even have a sister.
The fucking green fairy, man. That's some fucked up shit.
It's a fucked up shit. So meanwhile here, Charles Berlitz and William Moore, authors of the Roswell incident, published in 1980, believe a spaceship, which was keeping an eye on the U.S. nuclear weapons activity, was flying over New Mexico when it was hit by lightning and crashed.
A ship
To
was?
me, out of all this,
Just
that
the
makes
only-
more sense than any of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on in the sky that night.
There was a lightning storm. There was
Weather balloons,
crash test dummies before they were invented.
flying on parachutes.
Some parachutes, some aluminum foil, a little kid project.
Twigs and sticks.
Yeah, twigs, sticks, aluminum foil. And then
All while they're trying to test meteorological information.
Oh yes, and the Russians.
And the Germans. And the Germans.
Yes, we have the Germans. Yeah, so more recently, an investigative journalist, Annie Jacobson, wrote Area 51, an uncensored history of America's top secret military base in 2011, theorized that Russia's Joseph Stalin sent a spacecraft with grotesque, child-sized aviators to fly over the U.S. and generate hysteria.
Did he put an ad in the paper?
Joachim Kroll, you're hired.
We're looking for grotesque, tiny astronauts.
It's okay if you don't have the astronaut part down. We'll teach you. They just freaking handcuffed him.
That's what they did with the leftovers from the Sleep Project.
Oh.
It wasn't real.
But how did they jump out?
How many times
They
people
didn't. They
told me that?
didn't.
How many times people told me that Sleep Project was real? I was like, guys, it's a creepy fucking pasta.
It's a creepy pasta.
It's not real.
Creepypasta.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. They did a great job.
Yeah, it is a
writing
good one.
it and like pulling you in more and more on it. But it is a
And the
creepy
picture still creeps me out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a rad picture.
Yeah.
But like, no, guys, it's not real. As much as we kind of somewhat wish it was and wasn't, like, sort of kind of wish it was, but
Keisa said tiny knots.
tiny knots.
Tiny knot.
Instead of astronauts, tiny knots.
Boy.
Space monkeys with bad gas.
Sounds like an Englishman. Hey, you got the tiny noise right over there. I tell you what.
You know, as crazy as this is, I think we could write a book and just come up with anything and it would become a theory.
I could draw a stick figure character named Tiny Knots.
Oh, hey, I have this still. So
Guys,
what you guys are
Guys.
saying? What?
TikTok is gone.
Yeah, we already knew that.
No, it's officially it's gone.
Oh wow. Oh, I already had that notice earlier.
That's that.
So okay. What I'm gathering here is
Swear to God, if you mess up my racism app, you TikTok scrubs. What are you drawing?
I'm drawing what they said. they
Tiny
had.
knots.
So this is the is it Schroeder Jr.'s knots or something?
No.
What?
This is what they were doing.
May-
This is
Maybe it was like
supposed-
Schroeder's balloon. What's in the balloon?
Oh, I see. They're trying to say it had like it was
like
more
a
like a hot
candle.
air balloon and stuff like that.
Yeah, so this is what I gather
I
at
see
this
what you're
point
saying.
that they were telling everybody that
Wait a minute. Is that Dorothy's house at the end of it with Dorothy in it?
No, that's a little candle.
I thought it was a house with somebody in it.
No. That's a little candle, but it has like a black flame because I only had black and then I couldn't figure out how to.
Okay.
But
The only black flame around here is my soul.
are you gonna go listen to some like
I'm gonna go
My
listen.
Chemical Romance or
I'm going to
something right
art
now?
school, guys, in New York. You're gonna leave me alone,
I'm
okay?
definitely not going to art school, for the record. There we go. This is what they're saying. Pretend those are twigs.
And down there in that little thing, or where is that where the grotesque tiny knots are?
Oh, wait. We got to add all the theories together and see what happens.
There you go. Don't forget the lightning strike.
We have parachuting tiny knots.
Parachuting tiny knots.
Whee! Parachuting stick figures.
Yep.
It's not
You
officially.
gotta have. How are you gonna do the Nazis in there?
Look, it's not officially a stick
Not
figure
going to draw that part.
unless there's a stick figure on there.
There's a lot of things about Facebook that have been fixed, and I'm pretty sure if I drew that, it is not one of them.
Why don't you put like one of those straight mustaches on like a tiny knot?
I don't know. I've gotten away from some shit.
I cannot draw that. But okay.
We've
okay.
rebuilt our page on.
You forgot your lightning.
We got lightning here.
And then you need your meteorological little things coming off that balloon so that it can detect.
We also forgot the what did they say it was? It was just like paper.
Aluminum foil sticks and twigs.
No, okay, so it was like Okay,
What if they glued it together with popsicle stick?
Hey, real fast, the Whitechapel. The PBDC Collective Inc. presents Space Theories Beyond Thought, Reason, and Sanity.
Yeah, pretty much. Woo!
And stick figures with
I think we have solved the Roswell mystery. I think when you finish that, we will have solved the Roswell mystery.
It's going to be like up with all the balloons.
She's going to put it up and the FBI is going to barge in through our fucking door. They're just going to scream, too soon! Too soon! Nothing has been inaugurated yet. We have to...
So, then we have a few little random doodads hanging off here.
Yeah, and they're also saying that there's indecipherable writing.
Oh, so squiggles.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it looks like the Ark of the Covenant mixed with like we went all up on it. Oh wait, I forgot the trails of like fabric. So, woo! Does anybody remember those ribbon dancer thingies?
You know the best part is?
That's what this is.
You're gonna have to
or those
all this.
Do what now?
She's got to describe all this for our for the audio side of things.
Oh my goodness!
I described it. I've described it the entire way.
Do it again.
So again,
I'm kidding.
We have.
So this was all going on in the skies over Roswell, New Mexico, on the 8th of July.
Wait,
and on top of that, Russian nuclear testing was going on.
Well, that's harder to draw.
You just make a big old mushroom cloud.
That's what I was gonna do.
With like a sickle and hammer on.
I love my my up rendition. This is Pixar presents Roswell, New Mexico. Lots of lightning there. Lots of lightning. Whee! Woo-hoo! There's our little tiny knot over here. Yeah. And we have our little kid project with the aluminum foil, the candle, and the strings, and lots of tape. I should put a lot of tape. There's a lot of tape there. Lots of balloons. That's why they sound rubber. Because all of this happened on one damn night. And that is why we will never solve Roswell, New Mexico. Because the Russians,
and the grotesque tiny knot.
Tiny, grotesque, childlike astronauts.
Tiny knot.
Or aviators. I'm sorry, aviators.
Yeah.
Tiny, child-sized,
with aviator glasses on, tiny little Bidens everywhere. Oh man, come on, man! Oh man, come on, man! Just running around everywhere. You got a joke,
That's
man?
where the indecipherable writing comes from.
Millions of them. Every one of us right now who voted for Trump, we're just like, dude, just one more day. Come on. We just gotta make it one more day. One more fucking day. Don't fuck this up, Biden. You did a lot.
He's trying. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. He's trying to spend as much money as he can before he leaves office.
Hey, whatever. We just need one more day.
You know who Scully was named after, right?
Osis. That dude named Moses. Scoliosis.
Frank Scully.
Frank Scully.
The author.
Huh?
The
Oh,
author.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Because he has a connection to all these.
That's cool.
Actually, in 1948, there was a crash in Aztec, New Mexico.
What?
But it turned out to be a hoax.
You know,
But there was supposed to be a crash.
there is one thing that
Mhm.
happened that is very since the atomic age, the birth of it, since we dropped the bombs, there has been so many. So, especially directly after, there were a ton of UFO sightings everywhere.
Well,
It's almost like that, like literally sent off a beacon and was like, "Hey guys, we're here now," and then things were like, "We're going to come over here and check it out now."
Well, but if you look back in a lot of historical things, like even in some of the descriptions in the Bible, they talk about things that could be interpreted as UFOs.
Yeah.
I've seen, oh gosh, it was we were camping in Nevada, and there was some kind of body of water there. I don't know. I doubt it's there anymore. I don't know. But we were having a campfire and starting to make s'mores and stuff, and there were these bouncing lights. There were 3 of them that would go up and down like behind hills. And people are like, "Oh, well, that's just the reflection of car lights reflecting." I'm like, "Reflecting off what? We're in the middle of the desert. Like, what is it
As
reflecting
long
off?"
as there wasn't any fog. Now I know
There was
that can
no
that can
fog.
happen with fog, but you know my godfather saw something like that out in the desert one time. It was higher up, but they were 3 of them bouncing around and moving like super fast in the
these
sky.
ones were, like, they were like bouncing up and down, like all 3 of them. And all of us turned around and looked. And every one of us witnessed this. I swear. And we're just sitting there watching it, and they eventually just went away.
I was out in the desert one time and I saw.
Well, you know, I wish. You saw what?
She looked right at me. I couldn't hold the face. I was gonna say I was out in the desert one time. I saw 3 lights, but turns out I just passed out at Burning Man, and this old dude just stuck LEDs to his dick and balls. He's dancing around.
Well, now This is no shit. I saw the picture, and it was not a blurry picture. My dad actually got a really good picture of it, and it was during the day. He got a picture of something. I don't know what it was, but it was cigar. It was way up in the sky, like where the regular commercial jetliners and stuff fly. And it was cigar shaped, and it had these. And y'all are gonna laugh at me. It had these two ball things, not on the end of it, but sort of towards the end, but on the sides. It was silver. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Now it could have been some sort of weather something or another. It could have been some sort of I don't know, but I've never seen anything like that.
Could
And I told him, I said, you should send that into the paper.
What if it turns out this is a Porky's moment where it's probably just flying?
No, I mean my dad's a retired school teacher. I mean, like it's for real. He got a good picture of it.
I'm kidding.
But it was very odd. It was very, very odd.
I've caught ords on film, on picture, on Polaroids and stuff like that at my old farm and stuff like that. Like it's neat too. It wasn't dust or anything kicked up. It was actually had depth, everything in it. It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have Megadeth stuck in my head.
Which one? Hangar 18.
Because they're talking about Hangar 18. My brain, military intelligence, two words combined that can't make sense. Possibly I've said too much. Oh. But yeah, so apparently in 1947, science fiction author and conspiracy theorist Robert Spencer Carr alleged that alien bodies recovered from the Aztec crash were stored in Hangar 18 at Wright-Patterson. Carr claimed that his sources had witnessed the alien autopsy, another idea later incorporated into the Roswell narrative. The Air Force explained that there is no Hangar 18. Sure. At the base. It never existed, noting a similarity between Carr's story and the fictional Vortec conspiracy. And that, I don't know exactly what that is, but it's a science fiction novel about alien materials and bodies that were being studied at Wright-Patterson.
That's the one in Ohio, right? Wright-Patterson?
Yeah.
Hold on one second. So basically his stuff was very similar to the Vortex conspiracy book, which was written in 1968, and he wrote this. I'm not sure when he wrote this, but he convinced an article, a columnist. But that's Frank Scully right there, the columnist. So here we go. So the Air Force explained that there was no Hangar 18, and in the 80s there was a film called Hangar 18, which dramatized Carr's claims, and it was described as a modern day dramatization of Roswell by the film's director, James L. Conway. But it also built some of the folklore. Decades later,
I'm telling you, we could write a book and just make up shit. It would become part of the folklore.
Oh, well, apparently decades later, Carr's son recalled that he had often mortified his mother by spinning preposterous stories in front of strangers. That was his dad mortified his mom by spinning all these preposterous stories in front of strangers.
She was vexed.
She was terribly vexed. Tales of befriending a giant alligator in the Florida swamps and sharing complex philosophical ideas with porpoises in the Gulf of Mexico.
This guy sounds like a fucking hoot to hang out with, man. I'd have some fun with it. I don't care if he's schizophrenic, man. Look, 99% of schizophrenics are just nice dudes. They're not killers like Richard Chase.
True.
So let's go hang out with them.
Oh, this gets into a lot more. But we're at like 2 hours.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up. What we got next week?
We're gonna actually continue with a little bit more of the Roswell incident, and then because there's so much more that we can about that.
We're kind of doing a series now.
But
this one.
also the Nazi bell.
We're gonna do the Nazi bell. Okay.
Yeah.
We're also going. I don't think next week, but we will be talking about Betty and Barney Hill.
Barney Hill. Yeah.
I want to do them, and I also want to talk about some other abduction ones. There's
the
abduction ones.
The
abduction ones are good.
Those two in particular are some of it. It's one of the most well explained abduction stories ever.
I just felt
like.
Oh, sorry.
What do you?
No, I was just saying. I just felt Roswell was a good place to start because
of course
it is.
It is kind of bland and whatever, but it's something to talk about, make jokes about, and go on from there. But the abduction stories those are the best ones to.
I found part of the crash.
I think we solved the Roswell problem.
Yeah, one of these.
It was,
and a whole lot of this.
It was flying sex toys and
lightning and Germans and
Amazon
Russians and.
Don't take my idea, Amazon. It's gonna look like old school drones.
I don't know.
Just going up.
Oh yeah.
The movie that starts off the saddest ever.
Which one?
Up.
Oh yeah, because he died at the start of it.
No, she died at the start of it.
I mean, he's dead too.
Yeah, but
I think come on now.
Yeah, but they don't say that, but they do say she died at the beginning.
You know the messed up part about this? Okay. She was always telling me about Up. Like Akia was always telling me about Up all the time. And I was like, no, I haven't seen it. I was like, it looks really good. I just never got around to seeing it ever. And I've seen some clips of it from YouTube and all this other stuff. We finally got around it. She finally got around to showing it to me. And all of a sudden she showed it to me. And I get to that. We get to the point where, hey, they're showing up and he's about to take off with his balloons and all this other stuff. And it just clicked on me. I was like, he fucking died. 20 minutes in, I was like, oh, he's dead. Like that. I was like, oh, this movie's sad now. It's not even funny to me at all. I was like, this is dirty to the other side.
The adorable little chubby angel.
I was like, that's the angel. And she's just like looking at me. She's all, are you fucking serious? God, your autism is strong right now.
Okay. On a side note, because I love their shorts, like the little guitar shorts that they do. Have you seen the I Lava You one?
That's a good one.
I don't think so.
Okay, when we are done here,
you'll cry.
We will watch the I Lava You, and then there's the Kit Bull one.
Okay.
And both of those are so good. I'm like, why? Aww. Why do you guys toy with our emotions like this?
Yeah.
Why can't you go back to being like this?
Oh.
And with all that, up and away.
It's time to go.
We will be back with more Roswell. And we're probably going to do Roswell, finishing off Roswell, and then starting the Nazi bell.
Yep.
Okay.
Which we can't exactly advertise. Hey, guys! Like...
The God Emperor Trump is back on Monday, 11 a.m. 8 a.m. our time. May your hammers break and your sickles fold, you fucking communist. Oh God, it feels so good. We can say that on Facebook again.
We're gonna get off here and have a freaking notice.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh wait, I gotta do it.
Yeah, you run that part.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
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 I don't know, said that the world